Time start, ha? Some of students live or come yet. All by come namel na, all by join na. Okay. Inside long, this plus study blimi or training blimi long this afternoon. And by me look long the group skills. Alright. If I look in this la group skills and talking with la long also inside long Adventist Youth Ministry. You look you got him four main groups and you got youth, ambassador, pathfinder now one adventurer. These four main groups. Okay, underneath long this all group, especially long pathfinder na adventurer. If I look him also only divide go long all classes long all. Okay, inside long all classes long all now, and depend on what class we only attend him. That is a group in which they are part of. Okay, so time you look long this big group also youth, ambassador, pathfinder, and adventurer. You look him also, we got him administration belong and staff, we got him leadership belong and staff. And although they are group, but inside long this group, we got him leadership belong and staff. 10 times you go down long or pathfinder classes and adventurer classes, then you look him also, we got him all leaders only look out in this legal group too all stuff. So inside long this legal group, and by you must demonstrate him leadership skills for you through communication, through management, through supervising those who only by work inside long this department like pathfinder, by you look at him all teachers, long all junior counselors, long all tools, long all luluwise, long all programs, long all whereby come out inside long this one group here, you are responsible for that. So being a master guide and taking responsibility for a club, it is not just you passing time or fulfilling some kind of requirement, but it is actually learning leadership skills in which you can look out in this group, understanding the dynamic of the group, understanding all conflict we always have come up inside long group. Now how by you managing conflict, how you are going to manage the group, it's very, very important. So you look in inside long church, you look in this like a group and we exist. Huh? So time you look in this by you look in the principles that give me by line him, you can apply him to this like go inside long society or community. Like you have a women's group. How by you managing this little group? Or you have a corporate society. Corporate society is a group that all man only operate inside. And then you look in plan your kind like soccer group or a soccer club or a rugby club or a volleyball club. This is a group. So you get in management structure belong na management theory or practices in which you have to apply to manage in this group. So me bring him you come back in the church, master guide, and we teach him you along this group skills as to how you can manage the group in which you will look at. Okay, basically long study content long this afternoon, and by me look long this 5 topics. And these 5 topics. It's number 1, establishing a group. What is expected of you time you establishing group, and monitoring group performance. You got him starting period long group, now you got him ending period long group. So you got him meaning was him group and we got him lifelong. This I got him starting point, now you got him time in which the group and by cease and by finish. And then you look at you got him group commitment. The members are committed to the group. And how by members you commit the group? It is through communication. By me looking. And then number 4 is facilitating group processes. Now, this me don't have got too much long because Amy talk about in different styles of leadership which you even covered in Finnish law last session. And then finally, it's the management or manage conflict resolution. Time problem and you come up, how by solving this problem inside one group. Okay. Right, so you look in this now you think inside the church, you may get all sample group only exist or no?
Yes.
One group. Singing group, yes. Pathfinder, Adventist, Adventist ministry. Then we have the women's ministry. Then you got him ACS. Inside the ACS, you got him Adventist men. Community service. You got him all this little group. Then we have cultural group. And all group only got him same interest. Only some come up with more group like singing group, prayer group, ministry group, all kind of stuff. Even sa got him all sample single mothers group, and single fathers group. Okay. Right. Chapter 1 and talking about him establishing a group. And by the way, before we come to this meeting also this about him group it is not being taught in the universities. Maybe thing also. But to my surprise, when I went for my postgraduate in development studies, postgraduate, we gonna studying this small group, a group establishment. Now inside long this house, I'm talking with a lot of things about group, lifelong and the conflict when we come up, how you can manage him, how you can bring him resolution, when to start it and how to start it, all kinds of stuff. So time you look in this law training, when come up inside law master guide, you must survey yourself. Those leadership skills training that all man marigold universities and colleges or tertiary institutions, they spend money to buy those subjects in order to learn. So about communication skills, like we are talking plenty time, I spent about 2,500 just for this one unit about communication and development, one plus subject. And then group skills, it is another about 2,000 to 3,000 kina spending long, attending just look in paper of postgraduate. You sit down inside the master guide, we should charge him you too, So it's been like charging you, but we charge you diploma. Example, suppose me teach him this level of some kind corporate society or all government or this kind, they're going to pay me for that. They will pay me for it. But it is the subject inside the department of youth where we play training you long. So you must sit down. It's something where by me towards I think you can free of kind of stuff. Okay, establishing a group. Okay, overview by me. No group and by you mean by look long. The presentation is about group skills. Let me explain him how. Number one, to create and maintain effective groups. Okay, you can create him and maintain an effective group to deal with what happens in the group. Okay, then by me look long all this lah. Conflict them is come up. Appointment of leaders inside the group them is come up. Na interest long man merit to them is staff need long all to them some staff inside long group. Na plan time by bringing conflict in which solving problem solving skills by you applying inside this. And then the special role the leader has in maintaining the success of the group. So a leader is always thinking. A leader is always visualizing. A leader is always predicting that the possible crisis may come up so that a leader must find him solution long addressing this problem before long come up. Okay, you clear long me talking about. Suppose you have a thinking, you have a looking finish or something, every by come up. Now you find him road long solving this law. That time every come up, you have already provided a solution for it. And by good plan, you are a leader. At the same time you looking also. When you are always thinking ahead, preparing ahead, the likely situation that may come up, you solving problem lo this la long time in advance. By looking mas and this la problem by you not lo come up. By you not lo solve it. And at the same thing, I mean happen also inside long family too one kind. You being a father, being a mother, you look at a problem maybe by come up. You must always be thinking ahead, and you must always be preparing for a solution or providing solution before long and come up. Okay, the explanation of a small group. A group is collective of individuals who are prepared to function together to achieve a specific goal or a purpose. Example, like a singing group. Huh? Okay, it's a group of people. Only come together, they want to function together because they have a goal in mind. A group does not operate without goals or without purpose. They are prepared to adapt, change their individuality to reflect the purpose of the goal. So, time you come inside long, Pathfinder, or you come inside the youth, you serve yourself. You got him all goals for youth, you got him goals for Pathfinder, even long adventurer and ambassador. Okay, when you get in, you must be able to change your individuality. The way you thinking, sabe blow you, wisdom blow you must think him in this la group, and you got him goals blow and you got him purpose blow and exist. So last time me talking you finish, you must understand him one the mission of the group, the organization, the vision of the organization, objectives blow. So the time you come inside, you will be able to adjust your individuality. Personal view, personal opinions, you must sense it. Now this is like one kind like being married couple. You know married things I know. You know that. Finding yet stuff. When we were young and single, thinking, you may just tap lo like play me, I don't talk lo papa na mama. Or you may working on something long. Way when me play thing, but time me come na married there. No, it is we are. You will come up in now this like group here called family here. So we are now focused on this like group, on meeting goals, objectives along this like group which is called marriage. You are focused into it now. So your individuality, sometimes like blue and thinking blue and stuff long, and it is time for you to surrender it to give it away for the interest of the family, for the interest of the marriage. Okay, all right. You got him inside long Bible. You got him on some long groups, like Joseph, now brother long, or brothers with Joseph. It is a group that only walk about one time. Daniel and his 3 friends, we always have a pray together inside long Babylon. And then we got him David and his band of brothers. And go come up and go and ask him, old brother, who said man is sing now? What a price long and all this like I'm all brother long and I'm all group. Sometimes you mean all brothers, sit down good, sometimes you lose a good plan. But we are part of the group. Okay, the disciples and the early church. Jesus wanted more disciples long and too. And this small group who only walk about one time. Okay, all of the principles of the group skills are found in these stories. When you look in this small group is starting inside from Bible, yeah. When you look in the principles of groups, and we found inside of this story. Okay. Group and we got him one. Group we got him life. Time it was a group and we got him life. Oh, sunset play me, meeting long line lab said no play me. Okay. Suppose I'm also by good blood to me, me by Harriet Kruna, when shortcut maybe by Phyllis. You know the Mary of him generator na. Yeah. Okay, group and we got him life long and thingy group and we got him life. So in an adventurer, pathfinder, ambassador or youth club, a group come into existence because long specific goals long. As soon as you may fulfilling finish this like goals long, then you look at this like group now and we come long one and are long now. Life long and finish. Okay, you look him inside long. Adventurer or pathfinder. You by looking at him. Adventurer, Beginning adventure age group and from when to when? 6 to 9. It's like 0 to 9 yeah, I'm all grade all yeah, this law not plus. I'm not plus model plus small group. Okay, you looking at adventure from 6 to 9. Okay, I'm starting to like group lo adventure yeah. Leader by you concentrate long shaping this mangi lo this la time. As soon as this la beginning I'm come from 6 equal 7 time I meet him 9. I'm stop longan or life longan inside lo like group I'm come long rev longan. He has to move on into another group which is one M Pathfinder. I'm 10 years now I'm by stop inside lo this. But time I'm going inside lo Pathfinder one M first class I'm by going inside longan. The friend class. I'm not like group I'm by going inside longan. And then I'm by continue go until I'm finish him guide class long and now I'm by go where? I'm going to ambassador, which is the next age group and the next class that I'm by going inside. So group I'm got him life long. One kind inside of singing ministry inside of church, prayer ministry inside long church. One kind group when we come up in long and you got him start long and I got him finish long. Group I'm also. So you know can start in group na you think was for eternity by you start. No got you got time but it's like group and become la hard. I saw something here. Meeting was come up lo antap na lo. Continue stop but not knowing that. Okay. All right. The specific club goals. Okay, you looking at them. Inside long, this little group, you may get them all specific goals and stuff. One plan, activity. Activity belong. This la one club where you may stop inside long. Okay. The group comes together to participate in a club-related activity. Okay, so only go inside lo camping group. Only stop inside lo honors class. Only working class work all together, or conference or mission events and come up. Okay, I mean meeting this specific need long this group. The activities that only must fulfill him now. So it is the specific club goals and we meet him need long this one group. Okay, number 2, the organizationally initiated groups. Okay, first plan like inside of Pathfinder. Only got him group only stop longan, na yung sa kisi mo ligo long, or camp long on meeting requirement long. Now you look in this organizationally initiated group. The Adventist Youth Department or several youth clubs. Okay. Adventurer, Pathfinder, Ambassador, and senior youth groups. Okay, you look in this like you talk organizationally initiated groups. One event let me just come up now me finish. Youth rally. Okay, you look in this like youth rally and you come up. I mean meeting need blow side? Youth department. Okay. It is an organizationally initiated group. You come up in this la. Lo meeting need blow all youth, blow Pathfinder, blow ambassador, na blow adventurer. Okay. So being a leader inside long group, some of the time you identify him this plan need long all group ya. Now you come up in program lo meeting on them. That need in that group. So you master guide you by making this line. Each club has classes, unit, staff, who all form different groups that operate for different amount of time. Alright, you by looking more sample clubs blomipla only no function effectively. Okay, by looking more sample clubs, you looking more same. Sample only walkie come na. Only come only put on number. Today me also sit down and me as I was reflecting on the Adventist Youth Ministry. Me looking lo 2021, come lo 2022, we were flying high. But time me come long 2023 this year, me looking mo youth ministry lo me flying sa lo medeng na manus. And me call this la sub decline and workload go down. The reason why emi workload go down because this plan small groups from me plan. Now all leaders will only go past long this plan group. They are not effective. Only losing momentum blongol, only losing interest blongol na this la group blongol ya. Emi start long die go down. This la emi by happen inside long chats blue too, and by not happen. Now you long master guide when you sit down here, you think you are trained to become a leader. You must always swim. Not can sink. Don't sink. You must swim. Okay, number 3, the group needs. Okay, individuals who come together to complete a task. Now meeting this group needs. So this blending of need is the challenge of leading a group. Okay, this is one big challenge because some of the time people sit down inside long group. Now people come with their individuality. They come with their culture. They come with their opinions. Now they try to influence him direction along this group. And that's when leadership comes in. Now I suppose being a leader, you must understand him culture blongol manmeri. Now you must understand him individuality blongol, attitude blongol, behavior blongol. Tisla you must understand him and their educational background. Because time must come inside blongol group. They come with all their baggages. Now you leader, but you sit down, now you by looking this land. Some of the time, but you cut him out. Now focus on objective along this group. Suppose you know, careful, these people can influence you. Now you can divert him objective along this group. Okay. So inside the group, you got in this long stuff where you and I as leaders, you must look on the group maintenance need. How about you maintaining this group? You got him need long and stuff. And then task or activity needs that you must identify him. You must look somewhere so that you must make sure task and activities along this group can be met and the individual needs. And not only that, you got him all not need to stuff. You got him social need long all stuff. You got him all spiritual need long all stuff. And many other needs for this line we got long. So what I'm telling you is 1, you understand him need long. Number 2, you develop him program long meet him need long all this line. And those program we must go in line one time. The goals and the objectives of the group that you are leading. Objective you know can goal same na program blue and suit goal same. But you know not long meet him need plus line. Like you look him inside the youth rally, time we come up in the youth rally. We tried as much as possible to meet him need long all youth, long all ambassador, long all pathfinder, and long all adventurer. What did we do? We ran the training. So long morning party, we play go inside long training long Adventist youth ministry. Now long afternoon part, we play go inside long skills training. So when we play helping young people inside the skills training, we are also concerned running along Adventist Youth Ministry during the youth rally. So, all man only come from Medang province, only come line him about him, how to work him investiture, how to work him on him induction, marching skills, all this camping skills, about something you may line him inside long this youth rally. In fact, people are still telling stories about this youth rally. Now you have a story yet or not? Migolo lay, migolo groka. Mibla golo groka na. You sabi online lo union. Tupla big man lo union all come no lisigan no mina meeting all by togone. All putian kana pasta. You running youth rally and yeah, you running youth rally. All go finish na miyo wadi go na. Well, what's new about it? What's new about it? And then all friends from me not local mission all come. All youth directors not local mission all come. All pasta all ikaw na tayo. Pasta bigla running youth rally. Yeah, bigla running youth rally. So I thought that youth rally was just one of Medang province also. But no God. Papua New Guinea Union wide, they knew that Medang Manus Mission ran the youth rally. Now, I mean, I'm taking you on leadership, and that's leadership. That's leadership. All right? The group needs, the group's existence is centered around the local club goals. Let me talk you finish, yeah? Existence is centered around the goal. These specific group needs are to be, number one, you might make one name, you have to identify it. Okay, what the club purpose is. Number two, you must make one name. You have to plan for it, including classwork, club calendar events. You plus go out look camp here, unit camp, club camp, because you like meeting this lesson. So you identify and finish now. You plan for it. Number three, you must prepare for it on a class and club level. Prepare for it. Okay. Number four, equip for it. So right equipment is available to ensure that the smooth performance of the group events and activities are carried out. So number one, you identify. Number two, you plan for it. Number three, you prepare for it. Number four, you must equip yourself for it. Okay, thinking about leader. Some of the time you got him all bright ideas and come. You sit down and you look him how old mangi only walking walk long all night. You big man and impress him long mindly that one need him this la. But time start long growing wings belong this idea. By this idea, by you don't have to fly. It will never fly. And by start inside the mind luna and by die inside the mind. So some good thinking and come long. How by you not long? Effectively running this group you must sit down, you identify and finish, you must plan for it, you must prepare for it, and you implement it. And you will see that idea blue by you enough long advance long. I'm okay, yeah. So no can think was I'm all big man, but no. Young people must do something. And while I say this, me like talking you young boys and young girls. You look at yourself. The time in which people live long and now, yeah, it is the time in which the young people must take lead. Young man Mary must take lead. Because you look at all big man, Mary only come on stage where they are going down now. Now work go down now. Who said they, carry on the legacy? The young people must step up. It is your time. It is your period now. You can start now when they give me the leadership responsibility now, but I start not making work. No. You start now. Start doing something now. Okay, chapter 1. Chapter 2, monitor group formation. This line very, very interesting. Now you might like some or something inside from this line. Now monitoring the group formation. Okay, you look in Jesus. Now Matthew chapter 4, verse 18 and 19. And Jesus we walk about long Solwara, long Galilee, long Nambis. Now we look in Simon Peter and Andrew only walk long fishing start. Now Jesus we stop and we watch him tupla, then we call out and talk. Come now, one come be my disciples, and I will show you how to fish for people. Okay? So Jesus we kirap na sing out in this la tupla manika. Time tupla ikam ya tupla making one. It was the challenge of forming a group. It was the challenge of forming a group. Mr. School, one mangi, I'm like come up in singing group. Then we go around and we go class came all mangi. All boys, me like come up in singing group na. Enough by you come singing tenor. All on enough you come singing bass. You enough come singing alto. So this la boy and we go around and we go class. Sing out in more line. So time only come together now. Only forming this plus singing group. And I remember Mr. Long, Kabifa. People all come up in this black group before me go inside. Now people sing inside of this black group. And that group these little members we all stop long in there. Now they are still singing with Prime Minister. All round stuff. And this like I sang with a group, but this time Marape I'm losing school na go finish na me go inside. I want the Raymond Parangge and slow line I'm on one line. But that group was there and start long Kapifa and come na time Marape and come up Prime Minister and still kissing slow line or still singing it now I'm all stuff. It is a group that you calling people together to form that group. Okay. Now you look in the stages of group development. But remember, the stages of group development. Group, I'm saying got in stages long and develop. Okay. You by looking first the stage It's the forming stage. The second stage is the storming stage. And then the third is the norming, and then the performing, and then adjourning. Or sometimes they call this one as the morning stage. Time lo cry. Lewa by Brooklyn's la time. Okay. Right? Napla picture and this layer. Forming by you start on top, everyone is excited. Storming, problem and strike now. Then evaluation come up, straight in. Then performance, you will work like civil or something. After that, the group is disintegrated and broke now. All man merry go number. Okay, first stage in forming of the group, group members begin to interact and become familiar with the group's goal. So you may bring him over the line, come together. Only come stop na to, okay, line. You may start in this group here because youth directors are talk plenty, you must come up with me. So now you must stop now, you must form in this group. So by me helping you and supporting you will come up in this SME group. Okay. Also inside long this now, the group members assess the boundaries of acceptable behavior in the group. Punctuality me am this time. This like passing you sabi make him time you come inside the group and boundary and toggles and this you know can make him this la. Okay, the leader plays a prominent role as members seek guidance and support. You leader, you must make him all something clear long the group member. So this is the first stage belong forming now. And then, so you look in lawyer, this is the forming stage. You will start lawyer, everyone is excited. You may come, smile is all around. All man only amamas, all talk man is like I. But you must have it. You must have it. Now you start in this layer, now by you have it. Time you may like starting group, all man, amamas excitement na is like I, but you must have it. Along the way, by crisis and by come out. Crisis will still happen. Okay. And then number 2 now is the storming. Storming, conflict, and problem by arise long this time. Okay, the conflict usually relate to the goals. Now, how you know me by providing leadership inside long this group. Okay. So that is the storming period. Group members make personal attacks or express disagreement by appearing to be uninvolved. That is the time that me start expressing concern. Me know mamas like this. Me think was in this line by us. Leader, you working was in this line no straight. Some of the time, objective and start na me play shoot off colonel plan. Me play no meeting because you me just starting group task. So that's when storm and me come out of group. Okay, to move to the next stage, members of the group are required to establish clear roles for each member, listen empathetically to the views of the group members, and accept the possibility that they are wrong. So before you move from this stage, you must sit down now when I am out. This is conflict here. No can just karma bim na move go. I am out this la. So clear roles. You put him. You have him good conflict. View along on narrow line. Now you accept the possibility that you are wrong. Some of the time you must accept him also you're wrong. Some of the time too also you must come up with a scapegoat. Even though you are right, but in order long down in problem you go down, be the scapegoat. So that big cyclone will come up, big wind will come up. At time you accept your responsibility, all of a sudden by looking heavy and by drop go down. I'm finished now. So by the time you leader, some of the time I'm sorry hard to you, but you have to accept it. And then the next stage is 1M, norming. Okay, norming stage now, M1M. Okay, members begin to feel more comfortable because you are solving problem finish now. Members begin to feel so comfortable in the group, and goals, tasks, and roles are defined. You are starting finish now, all man only amomas now, all by PLM this now. The leader's role becomes less 1M, prominent. Now in leadership, M this na M by 1M. Is it authoritarian, democratic, or laissez-faire?
Democratic.
It can be democratic or it can also be laissez-faire. Because all man will start to understand him role long all now. All start to make him good all work long all now. That's no me. So leader, it is your time to take a break. But you know, you run nothing, sit down and look long group. By looking this time, the team spirit emerges as members share information and develop a positive attitude to groups endeavor. That's the norming stage. And then you come along, next one is the performing stage. In the performing stage, you may work along achieving more goals now. As relationships have been formed and individuals are able to recognize and use each other's strength during this phase, the group becomes actively involved in achieving the goals. So you may achieving goals every this time. Okay. Then you may come to the last stage now, that's adjourning or mourning. That's when the group may break up. Group may break up now. This stage occurs when it becomes obvious to members that the group's role is coming to an end. You may meet him goals, objectives, you may meet him finish now. Now, and time lo group in this la group now. You go away you, and you go away. Plus, all student all go PAU, kind of PAU, na other tertiary institution. We go together, we stop one time, and we form a more singing group. So Vanuatu come, Solomon Island come, Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, Papua New Guinea. We boom one time and we come up in group. We sing, na mamas, na kalab car, na travel inside the city, na round run, na kind of stuff. And we enjoy him. He come. Time 40 AM he come up now, and time blow on him. Time blow separate. And time blow morning na, time blow cry. And you by look him this line inside long department lo mipla lo youth. One time this line service come up. Arab block camp, what him can. Time this la pathfinder and can finish long guide. You look him. I'm sorry, I'm a mass long move on, long go inside long. Ambassador or no? No, I'm not like lot. Pathfinder is interesting. I'm still like step inside long Pathfinder. And it is this period, the morning period. Now this period also is very, very critical. That you by talk to good long this Pathfinder, now you by movement so that I'm by go inside long ambassador. The time ambassador long and I finish. Now long moving on side lo youth. It is also the morning period and come up long this long period. Even adventurer, time and finish like adventurer na ito kulo Pathfinder, you think about mas lo come. I'm not saying mas lo come. And that's that period inside long development stage long group here and this line so they come up. So why is it that inside the curriculum limit or leadership this law put him is so that master guide in training those who are leaders inside the Adventist Youth Ministry Department, you understand him so that time this la situation them come up, you are able to handle the situation. Okay, this at the time. Time you may like disengage him or members now by one example something by you make him. You must accept him the fact that the group is terminating. Talking beginning, look at Christmas tree and 9 years and finish now. Now you're 10 years now, but you must go inside the Pathfinder now. Talk good long and it's time to move on. You are growing. So you don't have to go back, it's time to move on. Okay, so accept that the group is terminating. You are moving on. Plan for the future by evaluating the knowledge and the skills gained that can be transferred to work with others. One of knowledge you line him long up. As a leader you line him one. Now by you move on. Accept one's individuality and separatedness from the group. You know, thinking group. Now you appreciate him what the group have done for him. Alright. Number 3. One more. 2 more. I think it's 1 more. The group commitment. You must be committed to the group, you. Okay. You think of them, by me concerned long this like leadership yeah. And by talking you long. One of them something like communication, management part of it, One of all this like you think of them this like part long leadership. Now you don't believe of them. One of my group skills has something to do with your leadership skills. At least you line him something like this. Alright, the group commitment. How commitment can be effective. Okay, in this chapter, the subject of communication skills will be developed. So you look him inside long this la resource book ya, and by talk about him group commitment, but and by talk more about him communication, the art of communication. It seems like this like communication yeah, and by making the commitment loyal group becomes effective. If there is no proper communication, commitment by no will come out effective. Okay. Assertiveness, set aside no communication. No communication also. Somebody must be, you must understand him communication time and come. At the same time, you must think him also. If you misunderstand the communication, then you look at the wrong information by me come up, now walk at me by, not long, come up spread. Okay. When communicating, assertiveness becomes very, very important. Assertiveness mean one. You come along understand him, you come along accept him, so that behavior by behind him is like communication. Okay. A person behaving assertively is able to communicate. They seek to have the goals and needs fulfilled. Also show concern with helping others to have their goals met and express themselves clearly. You look him inside the communication, a person who is assertive is somebody where by understanding one of something by you talking. Now time understanding one of something where you talking, can express in time no understand. And by talk clearly also, me no understand him this. At the same time understand him work long and by helping somebody else where you no understand him. Long to play by work one time long achieving what they're supposed to achieve. But when people only know understand him, when they only know this word assertiveness, yeah, only know understand him, when it's something you talking more long and by looking also, work by not come up, all not cooperate, work long body fall behind. And some kids are very, very clever, very clever. Time you talk him that's all you understand him finish. They have this analytical type of mindset. You talk him like something and only understand. But you by looking those where the dynamic learners will be those that time you talk, all not understand him. When you actually get down and start working with them, now by looking at them, they start doing things. They are dynamic learners. Dynamic doesn't mean I'm powerful learner and I'm making no. Means this like beginning here. You walk him now, by behind him. Okay. Number 2, inside of communication is listening skills. Okay, you must think that communication is a two-way traffic. I decode and you encode. Okay, listening is also identified as part of communication. Sometimes you miss a thing also. Even meeting also, communication is when we talk. But me not think also, listening is also part of communication. But time we read inside long this book, na time also go on study communication, you come to realize that listening is also communicating. Time you come inside the house, na somebody is not talking, I'm communicate or I'm not communicate. When you step into the house and your wife is not talking, is the wife communicating to you? Yes. He is communicating. She is communicating. You come to the house, na manly na talk. Man communicate to you or not? Yes. And communicate. Something is not right. That's why I'm quiet and stuck. Kairos. Oh yes, the action speaks louder. Then wait. So silence is also a language in itself. They are communicating. All right? Listening is a skill which complements assertiveness. Listen. You must listen. Listening involves hearing what the group member has to say. Now hearing means listen with all your, how many senses you got? 5 or 7? 8? 5. Listening means actively listening with all your senses. You must have it. Some of the time also, man, I talk na, talk I come inside, but mind blow you block him this la communication. You block him, now you shut him off that communication that them come inside you, yeah. I mean, not make him any change inside long. Respond to this long. So, inside long also, people online were married, people online were married. Some of the time, all pikinini also sabi also, papa na mama to play. Passing mouse stop. I'm all pikinini also read him game finish. Especially all pikinini all big la. Oh, read him finish. Now all stop, no look eyesight, no look, no look about you go come na. Papa mama thing also, all mangi no sabi, no all sabi finish. Then all go sit son na mommy. Itla daddy cross lo na. Mommy by kiram na to ne. Ah, what is time itla cross? Na, why they do na talk? Na by to ne. Okay, listening involves hearing. Huh? None of your business. Okay. So inside long leadership blame to ya. One kind. When you are chairing the meeting, when you are talking about something, there are people sitting down there, they are listening. And someone who is sitting there, I'm focused, I'm look you, and I'm smiling, that's like kind of. You think also, he or she is not listening to you. I'm sitting nothing. So if you are looking also, some of the time, or plenty time, me sabi stand up front, na me sabi talk kaya, I me sabi kissing the cross section of whoever is sitting there, me looking at the line as you see. Na me sabi looking uside, or walk lo talk lo side, na uside, me walk lo play lo distracted, na walking kain niya, me sabi looking. Now, plenty time, me sabi call him this little man or maybe, hey, something, no, that's okay, focus. So sorry, the leadership lo me and different. They're not like youth director come and leadership lo and different. You sabi, so me sabi making this like, because you are not listening. Now you man when you know Arab talk here, you kissing me plan on the trap. So listening is a skill. Okay, so by the way, me come back. You as a master guide, you by look at in this like group. Some will be with you, some will be sitting there, their presence will be there, but they are not with you. So when you are standing up in the front, you look long all the display line while you sit down. Now you are a psychologist looking into their face, into their eyes, now you say, he or she is with me, this line will stop on it. I'm okay, yeah. So listening is one way of providing support to group members. I'm all man only sit down, only hear and talk. You serve yourself. Let me provide you support. So you here too. Time coordinate time you work talk. Now you sit down. Now you know harem. You are not providing support to that group inside the school. Okay? Clear communication. Written and spoken language is a means of giving and receiving information in the group. And that communication must be one. Clear. Okay? Clear communication should be, number one, clear. Information is relevant, easily understood, logical, and sequence. Okay. Relevant information, easy long understanding. I mean logical, I mean come in order. Okay? So me mean also. You as a leader, before you present him, subject lawyer, understand him that. When we start lawyer, when we start, the goal same, when we finish lawyer. You provide him one end, sequence, logical, now relevant and easy to understand. So you kiss him all man from point A to point B to point C, how much? Nipla gati wamla meeting lo mipla and come up. And nipla go inside lo this la meeting na. Time nipla sit down lo this la meeting na. Nipla start lo talk lo. Tisla, then we plug around no tisla, then we plug up, then we plug up. Now na, one plan we put him on the contact na to. Ay, you me got him agenda for tisla meeting or no kat? No, I'll kirap na to kasi. No kat, you me no got him agenda. So that person I'm kirap na me suggesting them to. Okay, by me start number 1 point and by tisla, number 2 by tisla, number 3 by tisla, number 4 by tisla. So secretary I'm kirap na I'm start typing na put him over something in order now. We will be in this sequence. when you are not prepared in communication, somebody else can throw you off. Ever throwing you off in a group, okay? So your information must be clear. Number 2, must be what? Concise. Information is stated in the fewest words possible. Some of the time, talk, you go na mitu ni sabi less. But you can time blooming or talk, you go na all 2 by less. So, concise, straight to the point, complete. All information need to make a decision when presented. Okay, complete information. No can kisim half information tasona. It must be complete. And the last one, it must be correct information. Okay, you think him the 12 spies. 10 only come, only give him negative information. False information. It's a false information. Now, to only give him correct information. But because this lot 10 player only posting him all man may finish, so Kiram only go around the wilderness for another 40 years. Okay. Clear communication should be clear, concise, complete, correct. Okay. That was something like communication and what? Questioning. Questioning is part of communication. So every time you question him, ask him question, and by help him long clarify him information na you by give him response. So time you as a leader you chair a meeting inside the group, you know can pour it Islam man when somebody ask him question. Not him asking. Now you too must ready. Okay, another side. Okay. As a leader inside of this group, strategies for building a team. Number 1, by you make them say information. You must open all lines of communication. Now, constructive feedback, eye contact, and path long this developing trust, confidence, and ownership, personal contact with each of the participants. Strategies for building a team. We come back long and players. Sharing needed information. Information is power. Information, and by moving group forward. But time you pass him information, by looking at them, all man maybe by struggle. Or group members play you, all by struggle. You will not reach your objective. So you got him information. You must be able to release the information. Right. Number 4, close to when we finish, is facilitating group process. How about you facilitating this group process? By looking inside long this resource book player, let me talk about him different style of leadership. Number 1, you look at the book, authoritarian, and master me talk you finish Tuesday or Tuesday. Number 2, laissez-faire. Laissez-faire, leadership.
You not consent to mass?
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. You let him group only run or like long, or provide him direction. That is like a laissez-faire type of leadership. Okay. Sometimes it's a feeling more than people go this like laissez-faire type of leadership. People stop saying money and come over the boom boom till money is okay now. Stop like this. I don't like this type of leadership. I mean, you got time long, but me not like it. When we want development, laissez-faire is not a type of leadership by mixing. Here. And what is the other one?
Democratic.
Democratic. Group come together, sit down, discuss one time, come up in one. And there is a last one.
Relational.
Relational, huh? Relational. Relational leadership. Why you find him inside long? This lap. Visionary, yeah? Okay. Okay, you look him. You remember him when me talking to you about him leadership? One form of leadership I good la? All the time. None of them is single type of leadership is good. You must combine him all the time. Now situation, I mean by forcing you long make him also. Okay? Leadership style, see me talk finish long and now me not long, coincide long. This now. Okay, me come to last plan now, it's managing conflict. Time when we come to managing conflict. One more sample something and sabi come up in conflict.
There has to be a cause.
Huh?
There has to be a cause to a conflict.
There must be a cause of that conflict. So you think one is something straight and can come up in conflict. What would be the possible cause of?
Disagreements.
Okay, disagreement. Huh? Okay, lack of communication or less communication. What do you get?
Utopia, you must present the factual information. So if the information is not fact, apa positif lah.
Yes. When just based on assumption, if I look at myself, by causing inconvenience, conflict, and we can come up. Samlata you have a depend on what they call ESA. Yeah? Or man talk to son mi harem na mi kam talking na mani kam na hey you are in this la talk you prove him na conflict will come up. What can personal views, personal opinions, and can come up in this conflict. Okay.
Relationship.
Okay, relational issues and can come up in conflict.
Sometimes it's unexpected.
Yeah.
Prepare for the unexpected.
Prepare for the unexpected because you are in the land of the one.
Unexpected.
The unexpected. Managing conflict. Okay, types of conflict. Okay, you got the four main types of conflict. Number one, internal conflict. Internal conflict is when a person feels that their expectations in the group are not being met. That's me. Yeah. If I'm not meeting this, I need love. Problem may come up and conflict may come up. Okay, even you look inside of family life too. Family, I'm sorry. Man by kirado, you know meeting need no. Mary beto, you know meeting need no. So internal conflict and it can come up, causing problem. Number two, external conflict. When two people or more are in conflict, only no agree with each other. Or sometimes conflict and we come from outside, come inside the group, and we can affect in group. Right? Number three, realistic conflict. When people involved in the conflict focus on the problem and believe that the differences can be resolved. Realistic conflict. So type of conflict. Time conflict them sabi come up. All of a sudden you by looking at them. All man sabi. One pla puli golo narlo side, narlo puli golo narlo side. And then by looking at him all neutral line two ball start. But also inside long this conflict, there will be people who are optimistic. Now this no line optimistic line. Only look long this kind realistic conflict. Only looking problem and come up, and they are focused on what solving the problem. They are focused on solving the problem. And then you got him number four, unrealistic conflict. When people are not prepared to change. You got him strong opinion, you got him strong view. As you talk here, the time old man only start long discuss, you are not willing to admit na submit. So and we come up in conflict inside long group. The three basic stages of conflict development. And that come up when there is misunderstanding, and when there is tension, and when there is crisis. States long conflict development. Misunderstanding can come up in problem. Crossfight namel long man mary can come up in problem. Causes of conflict. Number one, personal differences. We don't agree. I have my own culture. Local culture belong to sabi also. Now you plan make him also me. I'm no stress. Personal differences. Oh, me no amo masli. We got him no good. Okay. Number two, communication breakdown. Communication breakdown. Communication in a run good. Maybe come up. This is like communication breakdown and something where sometimes you have your own interpretation and I have my own interpretation. Now you will not communicate. Sometimes you look in this like silence here. When people remain silent, the other party misinterpret. The time you misinterpret, you look at the communication and breakdown. I come up with my own assumption now, problem will come. When there is unrealistic goals, and we can cause him conflict, unexpected crisis. All of a sudden crisis and come up can cause him conflict, and rigid attitude to change. some people don't want to change. You strong, you like just stop all centers. Number 6 is the personal morale. Ethics na value blomi and molsemian. Ibla la wogi molsemian side bibla. Mina like lo behind it. These are some of the causes of conflict. So there's a causing problem inside long group and client complaint. Alman only come na complain to you and limited resources. And resources are up and can cause this lot conflict. So we're looking about 8 of them, but you got plenty more stuff. These are some of the causes of conflict. 5 conflict resolution techniques. 5 conflict resolution techniques. Number 1, you denial or withdrawal. AVM come up, nah, you just lose him. You don't like stop inside long and you just withdraw him, you go long way. So that you let him this like AVM yet by stopping go and by making one end. You think was in time maybe by solving this problem. Some time you deny him. AVM stop, but you go come now. The narrow person and sit down here. I'm feeling hurt. Now I'm mania or Mary I'm stop now. One time by this man or Mary by come now. Bamibla talk na bamibla solving this problem. No good blood Islam also. Some time if you continue to deny the other party which is hurt, even can come up with more not action where by causing this problem by big plan go yet. So the English word will is use him ostracize. Kind of this la murukia ostracize. So we gonna bury him head blowing on side lo send. I'm looking problem and stop. And we pretend there is no problem by burying the head into the sand. And we hide him head long and I start inside the sand. Only that you can bury him head blue inside the sand and hide him. No, God, there is problem. Solve the problem. The other is one suppression or smoothing. AVM come up now because you stop the power, you put it like long and you suppress in narco. 5 conflict resolution technique. Suppressing problem, you go down you go down, find him solution, solve it, and move on. Number 3, power, dominance, or forcing. Me got him power, so me can work him on him. Me work him now, me can solve him this now. So me send up him to, no God, this like AVM stop, all man, let's talk him, kind, no, lose him. Let's solve the problem now. So, we will solve him this now. You use him powerfully. And compromise. Compromise, we sit together and we agree now. Okay, you by working more same, me by making more sense. Me to play wrong lo this la side here, you by straighten this la part na, me by me straighten this la. So we compromise in order to solve the problem. Okay. And then number 5 is integration or collaboration. We talk together and we solve this la problem. Okay, I think this is my last slide now. Maybe chapter 18 verse 15 to 20 and talking about him how by him solving problem. You must talk to the person involved. Man or Mary, I come up maybe talk longen. Okay, suppose him no aram talk, take another person to resolve the problem. Somebody else become sit down one to you na this man or Mary solving problem. Na suppose him no aram talk na by single way. Karim gulo church na let the church make the judgment. This afternoon, you will talk about him group skills. Now you look him inside long this like group here, and very, very interesting. You look him inside long church, people got him group. You go inside long organization, you got him all group, they got him all section, all this stuff. Example, suppose you go to BSP Bank, okay? You look him BSP Bank and stuff, but you got him long before, now me no killer. No, before you got him check account long and yet, you got him passbook long and left side. Okay, you got him auditing long and left side, you got him betching and long and side. Now you got him telling and long and side. So you look him at all display, I'm all legally group. Okay. Inside long all kind of organization also, BSP na, all government organization, always have call him strategic business unit or SBU. Now inside long this you got him all objectives that only must meet him in order long fulfilling the vision and the goals of the organization. All right. time when we come inside the church, and one kind. Inside long this la small group here. You look at him adventurer, you look at him pathfinder, you look at him ambassador, and the youth. You don't just operate in isolation from the vision and the goals and the objective of the church at large. No God. You are operating in that group, but you are also trying to meet the objective and the vision of the church at large. You think about? So you are not operating in isolation. So as a leader, suppose only making you come up also personal ministry leader, you sabi also. You by look at him side, you by look at him the entire church. Women's ministry by come underneath you, Sabbath school by come underneath you, Dogas welfare by come, Good Samaritan by come, youth by come, pathfinder, all get only come underneath you because you are now a general manager. You look at him all get there. But time when you put him, you come down and you come up also women's ministry. Suppose you marry, then you say you focus now on this like group now. Time when you come inside long youth ministry, all put you youth. You say you focus on this like group youth. Ambassador, pathfinder, adventurer. So you look in this long groups where we exist. So management and leadership for you, and we might come up effective. Understanding objectives of this long group is very, very important. As a leader, you are not just there to implement and carry out program. You carry program, that program must meet the need, and the need must be related to the objective of that group that they exist. Think about. Okay, so this afternoon, we will go through some more leadership skills training. I hope that you learning something new, yeah? You're gonna read more, and you implement it more, and God will by helping you now by expand more of this land. You can become a leader not only in the church, but in the wider community as well. Thank you, Drew. God bless you now. Session beginning of this afternoon and finish now.